Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Boardsy, and this is going to be a review of the Corsair Katar Pro XT. And before I get started, yes, this is a Corsair mouse. Laugh all you want, put the raffles in the comments. Corsair mice are heavily stigmatized for being garbage for good reason. But let's see, have they changed that with their newer mice? They also have the Saber Pro. I have that as well. I'll complain about that in a future video, but this is the Katar Pro XT. It is egg shape inspired. You see, that's why I have the G203 out. It's not the exact same thing. Some people might say it's an optimized version, and egg shape users will absolutely hate it because it's not egg. But yeah, it is the same style of shape as egg, but it has two major distinctions. So first off, the button height is higher. This might not seem like a lot, but it makes the mice feel completely different in hand, and it doesn't really have that egg magic. It just feels like kind of like a flat Corsair version of an egg, to put it exactly how it is. Also, the sides are flat, which many people are a fan of. They also have this weird, like, built-in, just textured plastic. Seems like somebody was like, hey, this mouse should have grips on it, and then Corsair just fucking put the grips on the plastic. They're honestly not terrible, and it's not, like, abrasive, but it is sort of odd. But, you know, the quality of this mouse is something that's spectacular for $30. It's like a Viper Mini level build, I would say. The sides are really strong. Honestly, no flexing anywhere, no like pre-travel, no QC issues. And for $30, good availability from a big company, that's nice to see. It's just a shame that other aspects of this mouse really just make it feel like a $30 mouse. One of these that I especially hate are the feet. These are what you would think of when somebody says Corsair mouse feet, and that is not a good thought. These are like literally as thinner than paper, if that's possible. They don't glide well. They were pretty smooth on some pads, but I don't even know if they make aftermarket feet. This is just fucked. And the next thing to talk about is the cable, and I will be honest, for $30, this is not a bad cable. This is like better than the Viper Mini cable, I would say. It could be better, and it's nowhere near the level of the paracord. It's one of those cables where it's like, oh, this is passable in a bungee, but I'm not going to say that this fucking Corsair mouse felt wireless. It did not. Next up, the clicks. Omron 50Ms, so double click machines. They feel all right in terms of click feel, like the tensioning's good. There's no quality issues like with wobble, free travel, post travel. The click feel is all right. Something that is not all right is the side buttons. These are pretty recessed, as you can see, and they just feel so fucking mushy. They have like that glossy look and feel to them, and they're just not good. And from this angle, the shape almost looks like a mix between the G203 and the G303, and in hand, it does sort of feel like that. I must say, I really just could not get behind this mouse for claw. Maybe it's a case of me not using it enough, but I just really don't like super small mice for claw grip. Fingertipping it, though, it was pretty unique because this mouse was so flat. It sort of almost felt like a fingertip only shape, but obviously like, you can pull off other grips. You can't fucking palm grip it unless you're like a child hand, but maybe a lot of people considering Corsair mice do have child hands. The coating, like up here, it's like that PBT style coating on the Viper Mini. On the sides, as I mentioned before, it's just this odd textured plastic. So it's very textured. I guess that does give you like decent grip, but I don't know. It gets like slippery if you sweat. Who the fuck knows? Oh yes, the sensor, the mouse's main selling point. I think it's a 3392. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And you can adjust the DPI by 1. So you know me, I was on 803 DPI, rocking it. That was the #1 sense, the true sense for me. That's why I'm maining this mouse. I can't play 803 DPI on the fucking egg, not even on the super light. 803 DPI is achievable on one mouse, actually two. Well, I guess whatever Corsair mice use this, but that is a pretty cool feature. Can't really complain about that. And the implementation is solid. On the Saber Pro, I cannot say the same thing, but on the Katar Pro XT, the sensor implementation's fine, and I don't really have any issues that I can note, not DPI deviation specifically. The IQ software is fucking garbage. Don't install it. If you get a Corsair product, don't install their software. Is that a hot take? Am I the only person who absolutely hates it? Let me know. Next thing, I guess, would be the DPI button. It is a hexagon. There's nothing wrong with this, but it does that. It's why. The scroll wheel, it is pretty solid in my opinion, like good for anything you need a scroll wheel for. A bit of resistance, predefined steps, and RGB. I wish that the Corsair logo was RGB. This is the only factor that will lead it to not receive the board seat seal of approval. Definitely not the plethora of other issues I discussed. But yeah, I guess if you want a weird, like, egg shape inspired shape from Corsair, this is your mouse of your dreams at a relatively affordable price. Actually, like a really good budget price. But yeah, this is not a fucking Viper Mini. Oh yeah, wait, shit. Oh, thank you, Windows Security. This mouse is 73 grams, so it is a bit lighter than the Egg, but I would say that the in-hand feel of the Egg is better. Like, I prefer using the G203 over this. Maybe with a stock cable and stock feet, the answer would be different, though. Actually, I really doubt it would. And I don't think that really anybody needs to buy this mouse, and I would recommend a G203 over it, but it is a step in the right direction for Corsair, and any big companies that are putting out mice, we obviously want to see them improve. So Corsair, please fire whoever said anything positive about these mouse feet. If any humans tested them and gave it an okay, fire them as well. The cables are honestly decent. They could be a bit more flexible, but that's not the main thing that Corsair has to work on. But yeah, just pumping out more shapes with good quality, low enough weight, and a good price, that's all you can ask for from a large company. But yeah, this one, you really don't need it. Make sure to leave a like and sub. Peace.